Hello everyone. Time for a bit of a stream. First thing I'm going to do, I'll keep... Yeah, we'll get rid of that for the moment. Lovely. How is everyone? It's time for a live stream. Woo! Pretty pumped up about today's stream. Should be good fun. Dennis is with us. Ben's with us. Hello fellas. Neil's with us. If you've joined us, pop your name in chat, say hello. We're all pretty friendly here, for the most part. Lol. Let me just slightly adjust this camera a smidge. How's that? That's not too bad. Lovely. Someone sent me a friend request. I'll get to that after the stream. Okay. So, we've got a few of you guys joining. I'm having a coffee in my favourite BCRC mug. What I'm going to do at some stage in the next few streams is actually set up a merch option so that if you guys want to purchase a mug, a BCRC t-shirt, all these sorts of things, then you can... The idea is you'll be able to put in hashtag merch in the chat and you'll get sent a link or something like that. Lars is with us. Sasko's joined us. Hi there. Heister's with us. Heister, just going to kill me. When you join people, please drop your name. I'm picking up on some of them, okay? And over time, I will spot who everyone is as you pop in. So Robert's with us. Lars is with us. Dennis is with us. Ben's with us. Neil's with us. There's a couple I forget. And there's a couple that haven't said hello. So say hello. I do believe you have to be the drawer of many things. There you go. That is the drawer of many things. Okay? Just ordered a 13-turn Just Climb and a 1080 for $70. Cheap. Reese has joined us. Hello, Reese. Robert's wearing a nice warm hoodie right now, and I believe it's a BCRC one. Christian Oliver's joined us. Hello, Christian. Christian says your name. Jedi Mind Trick, you will let me video chat. I can't right now, man. We're streaming. We are streaming. Adam. Thank you very much. Thank you, Adam. I really appreciate that, dude. It's going to take me a few of these dealies to get the hang of who's who and what's what and what's not and etc. and so on. But we'll get there. RC Voodoo's joined us. Hello, mate. How are you? Good, I hope. So today we have got an epic stream. Okay? If you don't think it's epic, there's something wrong with you. Go to the doctors, get checked out. Okay? Because your epic bone's missing. Because today is going to be epic. We're unboxing a truck. Funny thing is, it's not mine. You guys all see Mr. Christian Oliver in the chat. Christian Oliver's a very good friend of mine. Was best man at my wedding. Did a pretty good job too, might add. Well, can I unbox one of Christian's trucks that he purchased the other day? And I said, dude, don't open it. I'm going to open it on stream. So the poor bugger's got this truck and can't build it yet because it's here. So, once we get a few of you guys rolled in, we're going to fire into an unboxing. And then after the unboxing, we've got a pretty big announcement. Okay? And when I say pretty big, I mean at least this by this, but it's big. Okay? Big. Now, I've been saying to you guys that I've got big plans for BCRC, and this is just the beginning. Okay? We're just scratching away at the surface. I want to blow this up to be, as I said previously, the biggest RC live stream in the world. That's my goal, and hopefully together we can all make it happen. So if you could do me a favour, give the feed a like, give it a share. If you've got any mates that you think might enjoy watching such nonsense, invite them along. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy today's stream. Neil says, don't focus on being the biggest YouTube RC guy, focus on being the best. Well, Neil, I focus on being the biggest by being the best. Okay? That's the plan, right? I'm a straight shooter. If I see a truck and review it, I tell you guys what I think of it. I don't just say, this truck won't descend. This truck won't descend a sheer drop. I reckon we need BCRC caps too, says Robert. We could look into that. That's an option. Lars, are you going to open his Christmas presents for him too? Depends what he buys himself for Christmas now, doesn't it? Okay. So, I can't emphasise enough, guys, how important it is that we blow this up massively, because there is some big stuff coming. Some really big stuff. There's... I don't want to give too much away. You guys know what I'm like. I like to ring it for what it's worth. There's some giveaways. Some big giveaways coming. I'll just say that. Okay? Big giveaways. Now, for those of you that are new here, for those of you that like reminders, that have bad memories, if you would like to donate to the stream, there is the option. There is a link in the description. Do please read the description. You'll get a good idea of what we're about here. Like I said, the link's there. There's a website link and all those sorts of things too, to the Facebook group. Donations help make this bigger, in the sense of I can buy bigger, better prizes. I can work with more people to make cooler things happen for all of us here. Okay, so don't think that if you guys donate, I just go and have a great night out, because that's not how it works. If you guys donate, it all goes back into BCRC. So that's what we're working towards. X thing, I can't remember what your name is. Hi. It says, hi Johnny. Dude, pop your name. If you could just pop your name there for me. Don't do what Christian did and write your name. Actually write your given name. Don't write your given name, but put the name that people call you. Neil almost forgot, and he finally said Australia. For those that don't know, Neil says that every time we used to do a live feed on Facebook. I'm going to possibly do a test live feed on Facebook this afternoon. I've tried to change a few settings, so I'll see what I can make happen there. So we can still do the odd Facebook live feed, but for the most part, they're going to be here on YouTube, because it's just, in the long run, it's a better system that's going to work better for what I want to achieve with BCRC. I need coffee because stuff. Okay, so who would like to see what we're going to unbox today? Because John Davies, my man, thank you. Thank you. I feel so bad when I don't know someone's name. Father and son in the chat. Who wants to see what we're unboxing today? I know I do. Pop down some smiley face emotes if you want to see what we're going to unbox today. Some smiley face emotes if you want to see. BJ's with us. Hello BJ. How's things, mate? Alright, good? Yeah, wicked. Can't wait. Look out. Sesco's made a donation. How to RC. He's donated an Australian $1.61. Thank you very much, Sesco. Very much appreciated. Neil, I want it in on the test live feed. David Foster's joined us. Hello, David. How's things, mate? All right? Good. Wicked. Honey Lulu's joined us. Hello, Honey Lulu. Lots of smiley faces. This is good. Lars has done sad faces. Did you fat thumb at Lars, or you don't want to see? Because I'm afraid we're getting so many smiley McFaces in the chat. I'm going to push the be right back button, and while it's playing some music and the start of a YouTube video, I'm going to grab the box. Okay. Right, so I'm going to hit the button, and then when I come back, through the magic of television, there's going to be a big fancy box on the table. So bear with me. Again, Sesco, thank you, my friend. I very much appreciate the donation. Be right back. Look at this. I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous, it's not funny. Now, a lot of you guys know I love my cross trucks. Oh, I've got to also push this. Wrong button. This. There we go. CrossRC logo. Bam. Up on the top there. For those that don't know, go to all the w's.crossrc.us to pick up your cross goodies, because, damn, that's where you go to get your cross stuff, because best customer service in the world, full stop. Okay? Now, my good friend Christian Oliver has purchased himself this absolute McBeast of a truck. Look at this thing. I want it. he's going to be lucky to get it back. Like, he's lucky I haven't built it already. I picked this up from Christian's house last night. It was dropped off at his house yesterday. I picked it up last night, and goddamn, the temptation to come in here and just start wrenching on this thing. Ooh. So, who wants to unbox a HC6? This is on my list too. I'm gonna get one at some stage. It's just a matter of when. Okay, it's just a matter of when. This is going to be the big nail in the big coffin, which is my wallet. That's going to push me over the edge and probably make me get one quicker than already planned. Because just even looking at the box, okay? Look at the damn box. I'm so excited. Christian, you lucky man. Whew. So for those that don't know, a few little details before we pop the top of the box off. 2-speed, full-blown metal transmission, okay? 2-speed. Now, I know myself, this 2-speed's in a lot of cross trucks, and for good reason. It's pretty damn good. It's tough as nails and takes some mixed shite. It's smooth. It's quiet. As long as you set your gear mesh properly. It's quiet. As long as you grease it. It's quiet. You got to grease it. You got to, build it properly, people. Okay. It's quiet. It takes some shite. The BC8 Mammoth, which is up there, which you can't see because of the donation thing. The BC8 up there, which is on a trailer, which you still can't see because anyway, it's up there. Runs the same transmission, so you know it's good. If it can pull that thing, which can pull a BMW SUV, it's going to be fine. Okay, it's going to be fine. So, 2-speed trans, you get full metal bead locks, you get full hard body, full scale interior, full metal diffs. The whole kit and caboodle is in this kit. Language. I've been good. I haven't dropped big bombs. Okay. I'm just going to call you Pro Warrior. Or Warrior. We'll call you Pro Warrior. Feel free to drop your actual first name, dude, and then I can try and remember what it is. And then I like the idea of getting to know people that take the time to watch the nonsense that I post online. Okay? So, I absolutely love my Cross PG4L dually. I've got one just over there. It's just epic. They're just next level. Okay? I love all my cross trucks, and you guys know this, and I'm not going to try and rant too much because I could rant all day about cross trucks, but that dually, oh my god, it's just a tank in all directions. Pat, awesome. Thank you, Pat. Very much appreciated. I'll do my utmost to remember. Okay, so we're just going to move some stuff here. I'm going to drop this down here. Now, I have to be a little smart with how I do this because obviously this afternoon Christian's picking this up and he needs to be able to build it. So I can't just go, if I take something out of a bag to show you guys, which I plan on doing, I have to put it back in the bag, okay? Otherwise, poor Christian's going to build this truck and go, what the hell has he done here? Why can't this work? So, yeah. Gotta have that coffee. Alright, Jason's with us. Hello Jason, thank you very much for joining. Very much appreciated. I hope you're all set to watch an unboxing of a CROSSRCUS HC6. Whew. I'll give you some more features just before we pop the top, okay? Full LED light system. Actually, we've gone all out here. Where is my close-up cam? Okay, what we're seeing at the moment are these features here. If I go... No, wrong button. That one. Please focus. Okay, so we've got our LED light system, which is epic. This thing has front lights, back lights, tail lights, brake lights, reverse lights, front indicators, back indicators. Possibly an interior light, as most cross trucks do. The suspension, full metal blown suspensions, rigid axle, leaf springs, the whole deal. 1/9 scale metal bead locks, which now for a lot of people they'll look at a cross truck and they'll go, oh god, it's expensive. The suspense is killing me, says Honey Lulu. Sorry. But this is what we do here. We thrive on suspense. Okay? Suspense is awesome. Anyway, so cross tyres, which in my experience, every cross tyre I've had has been brilliant. And that's just fact. I'm not just talking smack. They've honestly been brilliant. I'm interested to see how these feel. And once Christian finishes the build, I'll be heading out with him so I can watch how it drives. Because I want to see what these tyres are like. Basically, your drive line's full metal. It's got metal everywhere, this thing. Let's have a look. All new scale accessories. Sorry for that little camera trip there. All new scale accessories with the exhaust and what else has it got? Spare wheel carrier, air filter, etc. and so on. Full hard body, interior trim parts, the 2-speed we talked about, all metal transfer box, the battery box that sits in the back of the truck. I don't know how well that's focused, probably badly. Battery box that sits in the back of the truck, so it's easy to access and it hides your battery, which means it'll look scale, which is awesome. 45 turn cross brushed motor. In my experience, cross motors are pretty damn good. So you don't have to change this. If you want to, I recommend the Gear Racing motors should you run 2S. Full metal diffs, 1, 2, 3. Bam a lamb. There's all the weight you're going to need down low for this truck because these diffs are pretty heavy. Metal drive shafts, and then we have a scale winch. Now I believe this, there it is. I believe this scale winch is a fake, which is fine. You can actually get, I can't remember who makes it, but you can get a proper working winch that looks the same as this and fits it here to fit. That, you know, so that all works for everyone. Let's go back to my mainstream cam. Let's sit this over here, have a swig of my coffee, and then we're going to whip the top of the box off here. Who's excited? I'm so excited I need coffee. I've also got to make sure I drink my coffee before it goes cold, okay? Too many times the coffee goes cold. Okay. The box is open. I need some sort of suspenseful music button. Dan, dan, dan. First things first, we have a CROSSRC decal sheet. Okay? Now this is one of their older decal sheets, which is fine. This is just for your scale garages or your radio or something and such along those lines. I don't mind those. They've got 4x4, 6x6, 8x8, all those sorts of things, and a few just normal cross logos and stuff, so it's nice that it's included. Next on the list, Bernie, I can feel it. Hi, Stuck. I need those axles. We all do, mate. I've got some on the HC4 runs the same axles, and oh, they're so good, so good. Okay, now this is where our cameras and such are going to come into play. Next up, we have, if I move this here, aim this here, and then hit. I've got to be careful with this stuff. I can't just throw it in the pile because it's mine. Close up cap. Okay, so next we have our manual. Pat says some of the kits CROSSRC have released so far are years beyond some of the other companies. But you didn't hear that from me. You heard it from Pat, okay? So this is our manual. Nice, glossy manual. I love cross manuals. As you go through the first selection of pages, I wonder if I can swing this around here. This just gives you a bit of an idea. Obviously, I'm not going to go through the whole book because we haven't got that sort of time. Bob Maz has joined us, Mr. CROSSRCUS himself. Sorry, I've got to go back to this. All the W's, let me hide this, okay? All the W's.crossrc.us. Sorry, Robert. Is where you want to go. You will speak to Mr. Robert Mazza. He is the main man, okay? He is the definition of the best customer sales service in the history of RC. So if you want cross gear, that's who you speak to, okay? All the W's, yada, yada, yada. We'll find him on Facebook. He's got a sweet Mustang for his profile picture. Lucky bugger. I want that car. Anyway, let me go back to my close-up cam. Okay, so this is the manual. And through your first few pages, it's basically parts index. So this is all the bits and bobs and the pieces and suches and so on that you need to know about before building your truck. Now, I do suggest you have a bit of a look through here, familiarise yourself with some of these bits, because at some stage you will come back and look at these parts, especially things like bolt sizes. Okay, now I can't stress this enough. When you build cross trucks, it is so important that you pay attention to bolt sizes, and the reason being, if you look at these bad boys, they're very similar. Okay, now it would be quite easy to put this one where this one goes and try and put this one where that goes, vice versa. Okay, pay close attention. If you have to, grab a bolt, sit it on the book. Grab a next bolt, sit it there. After a while, you will pick up what's what, and hopefully you won't make too many mistakes. Okay, so that's our part index, and that's pretty intensive, because if you don't know, cross trucks have a lot of parts. Then it moves on to essentially opening up your gearbox. Now, generally speaking, these cross gearboxes come fully complete. Open them up, grease them, check the grease, check the dealie, check the spur and pinion gap. Says so right in here how to do it, piece of paper. That's generally how you set it so you've got the correct sort of gap. Okay, set everything, make sure it's correct before you do it. With your transfer case, grease it, don't just put it together. If something's already together, whether it be diffs and things like that, pull them apart, grease them, check that everything's all well and good. Yes, so next step. Also thread lock, that's what I was going to say. Thread lock parts that say thread lock, okay? If you don't, bolts are going to fall out, and then that's unfortunately your fault, not the truck's. So then you go through, and as you can see, there is page upon page upon page upon page, and I mean, this is just, that's 32 pages. It goes on and it goes on. These kits, these kits are such good value for money, because there's so much to build. Okay, you get to build the chassis, you get to build the suspension, you get to go through, make sure all the diffs and gearbox and transfer and such is all Mickey Mouse, lovely. And then you get to build the body, and then you get to scale the body, and then the interior, and all these wonderful things. So don't look at the price of a cross truck and think, oh, that's too expensive, because it's not. When you break down the amount of gear you get for your money, it's legitimately cheap. It is, especially if you take into account how much you get for your money, and how much time you can spend building it, and so forth and so on. If you buy an RTR truck, you buy it, you put a battery in it, you drive it. Okay? There's no build time. There's no customizing time. It's just you buy it, put a battery in it, and go. Which I know is nice for some occasions, but in a case like this, it's just next level. So that's our book. This is going to be a 15-hour live stream. Settle in, folks. I'm going to grab this bag here, and it is heavy. My God. What's in here? Okay, now, as I said earlier, I have to do this so that I don't make a big mess of it, because I want Christian to be able to build this without cursing my name too much. So what I'll do is I'll pull these parts, excuse me, I'll pull these parts out of this bag. Some of them I may pull out of the bag and show you with close-up cam. Some of them I'll just show you in the bag, holding it up to give you an idea. Now, the whole idea of unboxing videos, in my mind, is to show you guys value for money, what you get for your money, and if it's worth it. Now, it's a cross truck, so it's already worth it. Okay, so first thing we have is what you can only describe as quite a hefty front bumper. Now, I'm not going to pull this out of the bag, because it's a metal bumper, but it's nicely shaped, it's nicely weighted. I assume it's got hooks in the bag somewhere that can be bolted onto the front there. That's nice. I like that. Front bumper. We have a bag of bolts, random clampy pieces, mirrors, tiny, sucked in, Christian, tiny hinges, which is funny, because I hate tiny hinges. Tiny hinges, tiny little screws. Don't know how well you guys will see this. I'll see. There we go. So there is tiny stuff in here everywhere. Okay. Details. Pretty much hopped up from the start. Got to think about that when you look at the price tag. Exactly, Pat. My word, we're going to be best of friends, my friend. Yes. Who's messaged me? The missus has messaged me. Sorry, love. Streaming. Okay? So, lots of tiny parts there for Christian to swear about as he builds. A lot of scale parts in there too, like the mirrors and little handles and things like that. And you'll notice as you build these trucks that there is so much crazy detail that other companies just don't put in. And that's nothing against the other companies. That's just, I guess, a positive for Cross. Just got done building the PG4L and love it. I love building mine. It's just, I laughed when I pulled the body for that truck out of the box because it's just like, holy shit, what a tank of a truck. And it is. We have more metal bits. And some grill mesh. And more bags and bags. And this is only the first bag. Okay. I have to remember which order all these go in and try not to take too long with each bit. Okay, so we have a grill mesh there. We have, I assume this is going to be, yeah, that'll be your transmission mount and some cross members for the chassis. Heavy. That's nearly the weight of a can of Coke. Let me just pop that back in here. Then we have more metal pieces. Oh god, there's like 3 bags. Okay, here's those hooks I was talking about. These bolt onto the front bumper. Lovely. Drop that back in here. Then more transmission mounts. So I believe this will mount to this piece that are in here, and then you mount a transmission to it. Apparently Lars is eating cheesy puffs. Every stream, Lars. Every stream. So, more metal pieces, and then we've got metal brackets for things like the fuel tanks and bump stops for the rear bumper and things like those in here. There is a lot of metal in these trucks. Now, people might say, oh, there's a lot of plastic, well, being a hard body. Yes, you are expected. Expected you have a lot of plastic in the body itself. Oh, there's still a lot of stuff in this bag. Okay, now I'm not going to open this because this is legit nuts and bolts. Okay, some washers in there too. It is a bag of, and there, look how many there is. That's a lot. Okay, a lot of nuts and bolts. All bags are labelled. Pay attention to the labels in the book. I believe each page or so will say this bag required, and you'll soon figure out as you get further along in the build. Okay, this is this bolt. This is this bolt. I know this is in this bag, etc. If you've got 50,000 little magnetic, it's over there, little magnetic parts trays, you could use those and label each one, but that would take quite some time. So I don't recommend that. The next bag, some scale goodies. So we've got our scale rope for the winch. Okay, we've got a chain in there. We've got some more tiny hinges. We have a couple of scale hooks, some more nuts and bolts. This is the gift bag. Can't stress this enough. Can I get it to focus? Focus. Gift bag. That's right. Who else gives you gift bags? Your parents on Christmas. And then we have, God, this is only the first bag. Leaf springs. That's going to be, I believe, possibly a steering rod. Shocks. Tiny little shafts. I don't know. Are they going to be for the rear suspension? This is the suspension system. All you got to do, Jono, read the bloody label. Yoink. Yoink. The autofocus is a little testy with me on this. Suspension system. That label is worth the money for this kit. Just because that's labelled and you don't have to look through 50,000 incorrect bags to find the one you're after. So you boys are being cheesy in the chat. All a part of the fun, as they say. Right, let me see if I can get all this stuff back in this bag. God. That's just the first bag. Okay. The next bag's bigger. Funny, gift means poison in Norwegian. Why would it mean poison in Norwegian? First bag, 6-hour stream today. If you want to donate to the stream, that'll pay my wages for the day. So I'm going to earn it today. Next bag, and my God, it is big. Okay, big bag. I thought the first one was big. This shouldn't be too bad to get through though, hopefully. Alright. First, we have, now this is going to be the battery box. Okay, I'm smart and I figured that out already. This here, maybe a 2-part stream. We're doing this whole unboxing in this live stream. Okay, dedication to the cause. This here is our wooden box. I know it's not wooden, it's plastic, but once you paint it and you can weather it and such, wooden box to put your battery in the back of the tray. I don't need to open this, okay? Now, I can tell you, it has hinges and it has a little latch. So, you can actually flip the little latch, open up the box, the battery goes in and out. Brilliant system, love it. The GC4 over the back there uses the same system. Next we have random grey plastic pieces. I can't tell you what they are. Some of it looks like wheel hub pieces. There's a lot of it that I don't know what the hell it is. And I mean, there's parts like this that you're not going to know until you get so far through the build that you... My God, some of those parts are tiny. Look at the size. Right. Look at the size of these pieces here. Please focus, camera. Please. Let me go close up. Okay? This way I can see on my screen a lot easier. Are you going to focus? Wow, it's really temperamental today. Anyway, these pieces here, look how small these are. And they're glue-on pieces. Okay? They're glue-on pieces. Mike's joined us. Hello, Mike. Says, what's going on here, then? Well, we are unboxing a CROSSRCUS HC6. Unfortunately, it's not mine. It's my mate Christian's. He's lucky he's going to get it back. I'll give you the tip. Because we're only 2 bags in and we've already been going for 37 minutes. There is a lot. And when I say 2 bags, we've just opened the second. There's a lot of parts in this box. My God. Next bag, we have our exhaust stacks, air cleaners. That's the majority of that bag. And a couple of brackets, which I would assume are for the air cleaners. They look like it. Yes. Next bag is our steering wheel, our gear stick, a few handles, door handles, and cab handles. Okay? So we've got these bits and bobs here. RC Racer had mine built in 2 days because I was excited. What, paint and everything? Really? Bloody hell. Next bag. More plastic randoms. I mean, there's going to be some of these. There's going to be some of these sorts of bags that I'm just not going to know. Lawrence has joined us. Hello, Lawrence. Thanks for joining, mate. So there's pieces like this that you're not going to know until you get through the build. Oh, I know what it is. I've just figured out. That is our fake winch. That's the end of the winch. Figured it out, people. Next bag. Shock mounts. If I remember correctly, they look very similar. And some chassis braces in this bag. Okay? Another HC6. I'm kind of... what's the width on it? I can't remember. RC Racer may be able to measure it for you. So we've got those. We've got our shock mounts and we've got our some chassis braces. Next bag. This is what we call in the business generic black plastic. Because it is rod ends. It is other forms of shock mounts. What else? Ball ends, things like that. Now, don't panic too much. There is actually metal ball ends in here too. So, Dooley is limited compared to this kit here. You ain't kidding. The Dooley's good for what it is, and there's a lot of stuff in it, but This is next level stuff. Okay? Next level. There is a lot of stuff. And you can see the size of these bags. This is why we've got multiple cameras. So that I can give you guys a good idea of, look at the size of this bag and how much is in it, etc. This is the second bag of stuff. Like, and there's still more more bits in the original bag. This looks to be side steps. That I can see they're side steps, and I'm not sure what they are. Whether they're supposed to be toolboxes or something like that to bolt the chassis rail. That's those. Okay. It's just. And finally, in bag number 2, fuel tanks. I know these are fuel tanks because you can see it's a fuel tank. Okay, for the big cam. Okay, fuel tanks. Awesome stuff. Right, now I'm going to see if I can... This is going to be the worst part of today. So if we can get all this stuff back in the bag so that when Christian builds it, he doesn't swear and curse my name every 2 seconds. I mean, he may do that already, I don't know. Let me just pop that away for the moment. Once I get all this stuff back in this bag, I'm going to have a swig of my coffee before it goes stone cold. Get in there. Put that behind that piece. Heister, I was amazed at how much packaging was left over after my build. There's a lot. Wait till you build a BC8 Mammoth. What are you ironing about, Bernie? Lars. What are you ironing about, mate? Right, I've nearly got this all back in the bag, which is incredible. This never happens. If this was my kit, there'd just be a pile, okay, over that side of the bench. And as soon as the stream finished, actually I'd say as soon as the stream finished, generally I'd start building it. I'm getting all excited. But in the future, what I'm going to do with even my unboxings and builds is I'll do an unboxing stream. I'm out of cheesy puffs. Oh my god. It's difficult, man. It is difficult. Right, let me see if I can get this bag done up. Bloody cheesy puffs. How did they get the bumper in this bag? There we go. It's in. It's in. Do up, please. There we go. I think I'm winning. I want Christian to have that. This has not been opened before. Feel when he opens up this truck. Okay, that's what we're going for. Now, next bag. Wheels and tyres. Now this is about the weight of 2 cans of Coke. They're all metal and they are pretty. I'm not going to pull all of these out because that's just a mess I don't want to deal with. So, also in here we have lots of nuts and bolts. You can't see that because somebody turned that camera off. Okay, lots and lots. Focus for me. Focus. Let me change to this one, okay? Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of nuts and bolts. Okay, so Christian is going to spend probably half the first day building this, putting nuts and bolts in wheels. So you've got your full scale. Look, there is a lot of holes in these wheels. That's funny right there. I'll tell you what. Alright. Bloody cheesy puffs. Whew. Okay, 3-piece beadlock wheel. We're going to go back to the close-up cam. And remember, kids, this is why we got this stuff, so we can do all these little fancy deets. Okay, 3-piece beadlocks. If I can position them correctly, lovely. This goes inside your tyre into the foam. And we have a front, and we have a back. That's simple. Given the type of beadlocks these are, you should be able to use longer bolts to get them pinched together to start them, should you have difficulties. But this gives you a good idea. That's our front of the wheel. Okay, nice military style there. Brilliant. That's our aluminum's beadlock ring. Shiny. And this is the rear of the wheel. I assume that's the rear, unless that's the front and it's dirt dish. Possibly those on the back and the other one on the front, but Christian will find that out as he builds it. Okay, so there are our wheels. Again, nice thick paint. Cross likes to put thick paint on this stuff so it's well protected. Focus. So yes, that is our wheels, which is awesome, and there's 6 of those in there. So immediately off the bat, think to yourself, what would it cost me to go and buy 6 metal beadlocks? Depending on where you get them, what they are, etc., they can be very expensive. Sorry for the noise. People keep commenting on my posts who should be here. Feed has started, has it? Yeah. I'll just drop them the link. There you go, fellas. Yes, the stream has started. Right. So if I can cram this back in this bag. It's in there. Lovely. Wicked. We're 46 minutes in. And I think we've got... Oh, Jesus. There's a lot of parts still in this box. Oh my lord. Next bag. This is our transmission and gearbox. I know this because it says so right there on that label. Okay. Every bit of couple hours on 6 of those tyres. Enjoy, Christian. I say that. I wish it was my truck and I wish I was building it. Okay. I know beadlocks can be a pain in the butt, but once you get the hang of 1 or 2, the rest usually go together pretty good. Hilt it get. What? What, mate? Tony Gutierrez has joined us. Ooh, Johnny got a new toy. No, he didn't. I built it yet. Dude, I'm only like 4 bags in. You have no idea how much stuff is in this box. No idea. Christian didn't even open it. Didn't even open it. I didn't buy anything, Tony. I stole Christian's truck and I'm unboxing it. And then today he's going to come and steal it back. So he can, I assume, start building it over the weekend. Because epic truck is epic. Okay, so now we're looking at the coffee. First things first, this beast, and we're going to go back to my dearly being my remote. I'm going to go to my close-up cam, and I'm going to lift it up ever so slightly and straighten it up because stuff and things. This is the transmission that comes with this truck. This transmission is also in the GC4, PG4L, BC8 Mammoth, I believe the UC6 and multiple other trucks. Okay, take a few screws out to drive him nuts. Oh, Tony, that's actually genius. Anyway, I could just take like one of the gearbox bolts out because one would probably do Christian's head in more than if I took 10. Okay, that's good. Anyway, so this is the 2-speed transmission. Now I'm going to say the same thing applies to this that applies to any other pre-constructed piece of RC equipment that you ever get. Open it. Check for grease. If it hasn't got what you think is enough, apply grease. Whilst it's open, make sure the mesh is correct between the pinion gear and the spur gear. Now with this transmission, that's actually really simple. Bolt here, this little top piece comes off, okay? Then you've got your 2 bolts for your adjuster for the motor, and you can set your mesh really quite easily. It's also handy for changing motors. Now, if I'm correct, I'm going to give Christian one of my racing motors because I'm such a nice fellow, and I think he's actually going to put it in this truck. So, again, this is about the weight of a can of Coke. So we're already at half a slab of Coke, and this truck's starting to get some weight already. We have our gear selector here. Okay, when you set up your radio, that's all the movement you need, perhaps a bit more, but not much. So when you set up your servo, make sure that it's not over pulling either way, otherwise you're going to wreck your servo, and that's your fault, not the truck's. Okay, not the servo's fault either, unless your servo is absolute trash and it's not worth anything. Okay, these things are brilliant. Do ensure that you set some weight on your clutch. Now, you probably look at this and go, there's no clutch there, this is just a metal transmission. Right, for those of you playing at home, which is all of you, unless you're watching this at work, which, lol, please focus. Oh, just focus and I moved it. There we go. This spring here is essentially your clutch, okay? Now if you have this wound all the way out, like this, it's not going to want to hold into gear as much, okay? Do wind this in. Now Christian's obviously not going to have to do this because he's got a nice mate of his doing it right now on the string. If I can get that spring out of the way. Bear with me, I know I'm making this look harder than it needs to be. Right, so if you can wind your spring in down about, oh please stay still, about that far. Focus. Unfortunately this camera doesn't have voice activation. Wind it down about that far. Should be perfect. Okay? Now that will ensure that once you've got your servo set up properly, that it will hold into gear properly either way. These transmissions can select neutral, and I give you the tip, you do not want neutral. Okay, especially if you're driving up a hill and you decide to go for one of those quick shift gear changes, bang, get neutral and the truck rolls backwards downhill because you haven't set up your gear change properly. Can't stress that enough. Got a lot to learn with you. Yes, Lawrence has got himself some goodies coming and he's going to need lots of my attention, no doubt. Lars needs his glasses, you old man, you. I'm getting old, can't see properly. Drive shafts. I'm not going to get these out. I will give quick tips though. Please focus camera. Focus sesame. There we go. That works. Now, these particular drive shafts have retaining clips. Okay, here. Heat shrink over the retaining clips. Must. You do this so that the retaining clip can't open and, yes Robert, or one of those deep descents. You do this so this can't open and the pin can't pop out and let your drive shaft fall to pieces. Okay? Heat shrink. Takes 2 seconds. Doesn't have to be massively long. I like to let mine go slightly over the edge this way, so when you shrink it, it sort of cones over the edge here. But these are metal. These are beefy metal drive shafts. All my cross trucks run these, and they are epic. I'm yet to break anything on one. I have had one of these retainers pop loose. I was able to fix it on the trail and keep going for the rest of the trip. When I got home, I went, why didn't you heat shrink it? So I heat shrunk that while I was there. If you're building your truck, do it all at the same time. It makes your life easier. Okay. In these couple of little bags here, we've got some grub screws. Okay? I'm not even going to worry about focusing that because they're grub screws. We all know what those are. We have a short dog bone and a couple of cups. This runs between the two rear diffs, I believe. Okay, so there's those. All metal, of course. Now I've got bags here with stuff that's not in bags. This is the transfer case for this particular vehicle, and this is different to some of the other ones, I believe. Now this is straight out of the box. Would you please focus for me, camera? Focus sesame. Sesame. Focus. Okay, so this is our transfer case. Out of the box, can you hear that? I can't. But I would still open it up, double, triple, mega, ultra check it for grease. Okay, these are all metal gears inside. Brilliant. Robert Mazza says we have new heat shrink film with heat activated glue to help protect the drive shaft, springs and pins. So when you order your cross truck from Rob, say, excuse me sir, could I possibly please get some of that heat shrink for the drive McShafts? Okay? Do that. That there is so smooth, it's not funny. And that's out of the box. But open it up, definitely check grease. You might add a touch more or change to some marine grease or something like that. I mean, these are easy enough to do. 4 bolts. Focus! It's my fault, I keep moving it. Yeah. Anyway, there's 4 bolts there. Undo those. Check the grease situation, and then you can put it back together. And then it's ready to put in your McTruck. Right, now I believe these two were in here. No, Christian's going to kill me. I can't put these bags back wrong. Otherwise he will kill me. I mean, if you don't know that's a transfer case, don't build this truck. But okay, that goes in there. This goes in here. They go in here. That goes in there. This goes in here. This is all for Christian's benefit, not mine. Sorry, folks. And this goes in here. Remember, people, if you have any questions in regards to any of these parts, etc. and so on, do feel free to ask. I will do my utmost to answer anything I possibly can. Please go in there. There we are. Lovely. I'll do my best to answer any. Mixing up the bags would be fun too. Tony, you are cruel, man. You are cruel. Mr. Robert Mazza, if Tony Gutierrez orders any more cross trucks, can you mix up all the parts bags before you send it, please? Now that'd be funny. So that's that. Let's do a differential because my back. We've done a few bags already, and there's still more in there. iPhone doesn't have any issues focusing. Lol. Okay, I'm just going to lol to that. He puts a bag inside the bag inside the bag. Oh, flashback memories there. Scale garage. Oh, dude, no kidding. I've still got that. Yeah, it's over there. The scale garage and a scale garage and a scale garage. Okay. Time for a fancy piece. And we're going to go full close-up cab on this. Yoink. Have a go at this. It's falling out. It's fallen out of its foam in transportation. It's fine. What we have here is, look, this is for Christian's benefit. So if he says to himself, "Oh, I didn't get to cut the sticker," look, Christian, we are now cutting it together. Okay, mates do mates things. Right. Now, normally this axle would be sitting nice and snug in this dealy here somehow, but due to transport, it's fallen out. But anyway, this is our front axle. God, the autofocus is just not cooperating today, is it? There we go. I think it's actually because it's set to focus closer up than it is further out. I can change that, but I don't think I can do it right now. But anyway, this is our axle, 4-bolt. You can take that off, check the grease. Now that's the first thing you do, okay? First thing you do. God, that's smooth. That is so smooth. This feels to be shimmed to perfection. Perfection. There is like no movement there whatsoever. No noise. The only time we get noise is if one of these lock by itself. Now this has dog bones to start with, okay? From factory, you get dog bones. Focus. Now you can upgrade these to CVDs. I believe CVDs for these are like $25, so they're not expensive. You can upgrade those to CVDs, which is going to give you a bit more peace of mind. In saying that, this truck does come with bump stops. With the bump stops, you won't max out your steering far enough to break the dog bones. So you can run the dog bones. These dips are crazy smooth. Can't hear anything. Oh, lovely. I love these things. Hit the wrong button. There we go. So yes, this is our front axle, and it is awesome. I love these. Like I said, the GC4 runs the same ones. I need to figure out my best settings for focus distances. Right, someone said that's awesome. Throw one part in from a different truck. That's not a bad idea either. Christian with a K, Tony. Christian with a K. Just, he was in the chat earlier. I think he's come back to work. So if you have your dog's house in your house, and you need to upgrade... What? So if you have your dog's house in your house, you need to upgrade them with opportunity bits. No, Lars. No. Okay? No. I see what you're going for there. Dog bones, dogs, yada yada. These axles are fine because you've got the bump stops that bolt onto the front of the diff, which stop your steering going too far. Okay, if you go too far, you'll lock it up and break stuff. Now I'm going to close up cam this because these axles are actually perfect to explain this. Now hopefully that'll focus nice and close for me, so I can really thank you. Now you can see here that turns fine. Now this is why you need to set endpoints. Sorry, this is tricky holding it up to the camera. If I go crazy full lock, I can't turn this now because my drive shaft drops into the cup and it won't turn. Okay? So if you go flooring your truck with full lock like this, you will rip the cup out of here. And that's, I'm afraid to say it, that's your fault. Because you need to know to set this stuff so that it doesn't, when you can see that drop in. Once that drops in, you're going to break stuff. With the bump stops, you shouldn't. Double, triple, ultra check it just to be sure. You want it set back a bit so that you can get full lock without any cogging, without any nastiness. Okay? Cannot stress how important that is. And it takes 2 seconds. It's really easy. So yeah, brilliant. That's not a brass bushing, that's a shim, Tony. Okay? There's a shim there with a bearing behind it. So that's our front axle. I say our, I mean Christian's, it's not my truck. And they come in a nice little box. It's just lovely. I will put that back in the phone before I give the truck back to Christian. Okay. Next up on the list, tyre time. Now I'm actually pretty excited to see these. Now I know it's tyres because it says tyre, no, because they're round and they're black. Okay, I know they're tyres. Okay. Now I'm not gonna pull all of these out. We're just gonna take one out so that it's easy to put back in. Well, that's a nice tyre. That's chunky. Look at that thing, man. That's nice. Now I can feel it's got mould release on it. Okay, and for those that don't know what mould release is, it feels slipperier than it actually is. Once you actually get this truck out and you drive it, and your tyre goes from this nice shiny black to that sort of colour. Okay, once it changes colour, you'll know that you've broken the mould release and you'll get the proper performance out of your tyre. If you take this out and drive it for a couple of hours and it doesn't change colour or whatever, and you go, oh, this is shit, drive it more. Okay, drive it more. Because I damn near put money on it. This truck, with the amount of weight that it's going to have with these tyres, is going to be epic. They're a really good sized tyre. That's 108 millimetres tall, 35 millimetres wide, and it's a 1.9er. I quite like that. I would use that on other trucks. Might need some of these for the SCX10 8x8. Anywho's, that's those. They feel quite nice. The foams are reasonably dense, not crazy dense. But yes, comes with foams, which makes for easy. Pop your wheels and such in, install, wicked, lovely. I quite like those. Christian's going to rock up and go, doesn't the kit come with tyres? No, mate, you wouldn't believe it, but it doesn't. And then you see my old farm truck jacked up on some big tyres. Lovely. I'm pretty proud of myself for how I've put all this stuff back in bags so far. Ugh, lovely. Now, so it doesn't make too much noise for you guys. Poke that back in there, and you wouldn't even know. You wouldn't know. I'm running out of room here. I need to move my mouse up so that I don't push any buttons that I don't want to push, and I can sit that down. Next we can close up cam this bad boy. This is our factory light kit and light lenses. I will pop this open. Yoink. Okay, first we have some light buckets. Now I've all seen these before. We've probably all got 50 of these laying in the drawer doing nothing. But it comes with these. Also comes with a battery extender cable. This has got a Dean's plug right here. And a Dean's plug right here. Now, if you guys are wondering why I have trouble sometimes going like this, I'm looking at the laptop, which is over there, to try and show you guys the stuff so I can see what's on screen. So this is essentially to go from your ESC through to the battery box so that you've got what you need to reach the battery. This sort of stuff is well thought out, and I like that. It saves you building a truck and going, oh, where am I going to put my ESC because my battery won't reach. Now this is our cross light kit. This is smaller than some of the other light kits. This may be some form of newer style. We have brake lights, headlights, and it appears front indicators. There are our globes there. I mean, you've all seen LEDs before. How close will this thing focus? Anyway, there you go. So, there those. Everything's already plugged into where it needs to be. All you have to do is, this goes into your channel 4. This goes into your channel 2. That simple, apparently. I don't get how it indicates then. If you go through the book, it may explain it better. But that's a simple enough light kit. I mean, the fact of the matter is, it comes with a light kit. A lot of trucks don't, and this is obviously well thought out because bam, here it is. Go for it, lift the farm truck, says Tony. Well, okay, we have some little double-sided stick and wire holders. Excellent stuff, very handy. Of course, we have our wiring diagram. Have a quick 2-second squiz at this because this light kit I'm not familiar with. Okay. Yeah, into channel 4 there. Into channel... where's the other one? Oh, okay. So it essentially gives you options. So you can plug it into one channel if you want it to run all the time, another channel if you want it to switch off and on, all those sorts of fun things. I mean, these light kit instructions are pretty simple and easy to follow, so you can't really stuff that up, and if you do, it's your fault, I'm afraid, because that's some pretty simple instructions. And this is all in a bag called lighting system, so you can't stuff that up either. Now remember, peoples, I try not to mention it too much, but if you'd like to donate towards the stream to help towards bigger and better and prizes and competitions and stuff like that, it's very much appreciated. Now, I'm going to announce today that we have a competition lined up for a giveaway. Okay? We have a giveaway lined up already. So if the donations make a difference, mainstream camera, please. So if you'd like to support BCRC and the streams and all that sort of stuff, this helps with obviously prizes, things like that. When you guys suggest stuff like hats, work mats, all those sorts of things, those sorts of funds help go towards making that stuff happen. I'd love to see BCRC work mats. Caps would be awesome. I don't wear caps very much, but there was BCRC one. So yes, there's a link in the description should you want to donate. My God, this bag is heavy. We're halfway through the box, kids, and we've been an hour and 10 minutes. Christian, please stay in this video just in case you were missing parts. You know where the parts went. I don't lose a screw. What did you order? Oh, you boys are talking amongst yourself. Cool, awesome. Okay, so this bag is labelled plank. Now, this isn't plank as in planking like people used to do because it was cool. It was never cool. This is the tray for the back of the truck. And there is an immense amount of pieces in this bag. I am not getting them all out. Oh god, there's loose pieces too. Okay. So we have all these pieces in here. I mean, there's not much in that bag. We have all these pieces in here. Now, if you were good with model kits, this is where you're going to test your might. We have another bag of plastic pieces in here. We have... They look to be window pieces. Do not confuse these with others. They will have a sheet on there that you peel off, which will be clear. Yeah, you peeled there your window pieces, okay? Peel off the protective stuff before you glue these in, otherwise you're going to have fogged out windows, and you don't want that. Now, there's just... I'm not getting all this stuff out. There is pieces and pieces and pieces and pieces in this bag. And this is all... this is all for the rear tray, the bed, whatever you want to call it. And now don't use Tamiya cement. It's not good enough. It won't hold strong enough on these. I use super glue, which is like Instaset stuff. So use some of that sort of stuff. Lars says he has to go now. See you later. Thank you very much for stopping by, Lars. Very much appreciated. You can go and restock your cheesy pups tomorrow, because it's probably like 4 in the morning where you are. So I appreciate your efforts staying up as late as you did to watch. Alright, so we'll throw all this stuff in here. Hey, don't joke about the racing motors. I just added another, I think 2 or 3 to my cart. It's crazy. It's like once you start using them, all of a sudden motors that you previously used aren't good enough anymore. So that's that bag. God, there's some stuff in this truck. Okay, we're winning though, folks. We're actually, now we're to the point where it's all going to go really quick. Tray equals bed, yes. The coffee's actually just stone cold now. Blech. So we have this. These are our chassis rails, okay? Metal chassis rails, crossed logo on them, I believe. Yep. Lots and lots and lots of holes for Christian to put bolts in. Who wants to see a chassis rail up close? Oh, does that mean I have to cut a bag open? Sorry, Christian. I don't want to do this, but the folks want to see. I'll make the smallest incision I possibly can. And maybe Christian can pretend that I didn't open the bag with the frame rails in it. So this is what mates do. If it was any other truck, I'd have just ripped it up by now. But because I want Christian to keep the "this is a brand new truck and no one's touched it" feeling. Just going to slide that out there. Okay. I'll only show one because you've seen one, you've seen both. Onga. So this is the chassis rails. Nice thickness, not too thick and stupid heavy for nothing. Nice thickness, nicely coated, very smooth. Smooth to the touch. Holes for days, people. Right, let me see if I can get a focus here. And then I'll run the chassis rail past the camera. If I can just get you to stuff and things. God, I've got to work on those settings. Anyway. Right, so there's the start of our chassis rail. Oh, there's a bit of a gap there. And then we go through to the end. So, there's a lot of bolts and such there. Drum rolling. No kidding, right? That took forever. Beefy chassis rails, which is good. It's what you want. And just slide this back in the bag. Change the camera so you can actually see what I'm doing. My bad. Sorry, guys. Chassis rails. Okay, now, differentials. I was going to say they're both the same, but I guess technically they're kind of not because one's a middle one. So, we're going to open up the middle one. Yes, Tony? Yes, they are. Sit that there. Alright. So for those that don't know, to build a 6x6, you will need a differential like this. Okay? 2 power outs. One goes to the rear, one goes from the transfer case to this diff. Now it's the same, essentially the same diff that's that's in the front and rear. Well, it's the same diff that's in the rear. Just it has another output cover by the looks. Or is it a different casing? It's actually a different casing. Well. This, yoink, this rear casing, the one on top here, is actually different. It's made to just have the output here. Okay? This one has got our bolt-on cover. So you undo this and you can grease all of what's in here. Of course, you can take the extra bolts out here and here, here and here, run some grease through the middle, around your bearings and such and so on. That will help stop water going in and out, which is lovely. Lovely. Wicked. That's nice. So you've got those, and then you've got the rear differential, which is much the same, but without the yoink, but without the extra output shaft. Okay, so there's our rear differential. Again, these are all metal and they are heavy. This truck is going to be so well planted. I wish it was mine, but it's not. Wow. Okay. So that's what we has there. All right. Lovely. So that's brilliant. Instead of having this cover for the middle diff, you have an output shaft cover. Okay, with the extra output shaft on it. Lovely. I want one of these trucks so bad. I literally said to Christian last night, dude, I'm jealous. Hate you, man. But it's on my list. I will one day have one of these trucks. Because, I mean, just there's so much stuff. A kit like this, you can just sit down and build and build and build. And whilst you're building everything, of course you've got the option of painting diffs and all those sorts of things, colours that you want. You're always thinking, how can I scale out the truck as well? Because there's obviously lots of options to scale out the actual body and such, which we're about to get to. Woo! And then I think we're all bar done of the unboxing, and then we can get on to the big announcement. Just sitting here spinning this ridiculously smooth differential. Okay, let me put this away. Pop that in there, lovely. Yoink. So, what do you guys think of this truck so far? I know you haven't seen the body yet, but what do you think? Is it something that you would buy? Is it something that you think you would enjoy building? Are you too jealous of Christian because he's got one? Struggling. 65, Johnny. Struggling with plastic bag. What do you mean 65? What are you trying to say, Tony? It's like, yeah, lovely. Wicked. I want one. Yeah, I do too. Even those little touches, man. I remember when I opened my GC4 and seen that it had the boxes for the axles, and I was like, oh. Like each axle has its own box in a box, and it's pretty. You know, it's nice. It looks good. It's like, ooh, yes, I like this. Okay, then I'm gonna have a swig of my iced coffee. I've always got backup, and then it's time for the body, the main deal, the hooly dooly. Now I will say, if you've been liking the stream, give it a like, give it a share. If you feel like donating, there's a link in the description. All donations go towards making this bigger, badder, the best thing in the world. More competitions, more awesome stuff, more merch that you guys want, all those sorts of things. Really helps out a lot. As you can imagine, a lot of the stuff that I sort of try to make happen for BCRC costs me a lot of money. Won't lie. Right. That's right. The time has come. Now, which way does this open? If you didn't want one of these trucks, you're about to. Johnny, do you ever drink adult drinks while you're working on your trucks? Not really. I don't drink much alcohol anymore. I just can't be bothered with it. That makes sense. So, not really. A coffee. Right. The time has come to reveal some goodies. In our first bag for the body box, ever so careful, it's not mine, I can't break stuff. We have what appears to be our main grille section at the front. We appear to have some guards for lights, and this is all attached to one piece. So those. We also have this piece here. Now I'm going to assume that little grill piece we've seen at the very beginning of the unboxing, that's what this is for. That's my guesstimate. Okay, I could be wrong. There's a possibility, but that's my guess. Now I have to make sure that goes back in the bag and don't lose any bits. Again, not my truck. Come on now. In you go. Back into your home. Do also let me know, what do you think of the streams? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's nice having the multiple cameras and the options to do this and that and whatever else? I quite like them. Alright, so there's that. The moment you've all been waiting for. I have to give you all a lot of credit as well. Not one of you has said, show me the body. No one has. Well, before you get a chance to, here it is. This is just, I love this stuff. Now, if you've ever owned a cross truck, you're a smart man, okay? If you've ever owned a cross truck, you know how good a quality their bodies are. They're just brilliant. And this is no exception to the rule. It's just brilliant. Brilliant. Do you think these are better than the Facebook ones? Now I know Tony's going to say no. And then, here's our interior. Lovely. I quite like that. I like this interior because it's one piece. Now, you're going to hand paint this if you're smart. Okay? Hand painting this is the easiest way to do it. It's the smartest way to do it. In my opinion, it is the smartest way to do it. That's going to sit down there somehow. Oh God, that noise. Let me just go Bing. Way better with the setup, says Lawrence. Good. I didn't have buyer's remorse. I was speaking about the other guy. What other guy? Who had buyer's remorse? For what truck? I don't have buyer's remorse for any of my trucks. Because I love them all equally. I'm not entirely sure how this slides in. Or whether I'm just not. There we go. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of an idea of what that might look like with its interior. What a beast. What a beast. Now I can't push it any further because there's a big plastic piece holding it, but will you sit there for me, please? Right. Okay, so here's our cab. Here's the American truck. Then you will look in here and you will see your dashboard, center console, gauges. Now I don't believe there's decals to those gauges, so what you need to do is you need to jump on the interwebs. You need to Google the real life version of this truck and you will be able to find the actual gauges. You put them into Publisher and you resize the picture of each gauge until you get the correct size, and then you can glue it onto your dashboard and have the correct gauges for these trucks. I did that in my GC4. It was a little painful, it took a bit of time, but it's worth doing. You get the proper details. You can say to people, see those gauges in there? They are actually the gauges that are in this truck. So you have those options. Do stay there, please. Tony says, the stream is awesome quality, but I miss Facebook Live. Well, sorry, mate. When it comes down to it, I want to do everything I can that's best for the BCRC streams in general, and the best for making this a bigger, better community so that more people can enjoy it and get the most out of the hobby that we all love. So, we had a guy buy a kit today, got out to his car, turned around and came back and wanted to return it. Why? What did he buy? What did he buy? Well, I wonder if his missus was sitting in the car and she went as he was walking towards it. That's probably what happened. Saying this now, I don't feel bad that I had to cleanse my 3D printed cab for the drive shafts. What do you mean? What do you mean, mate? I'm really quite impressed with this kit. Really quite impressed. The amount of stuff in the kit's just bloody stupid, if I'm honest. There is a lot of parts in this kit. Now let me just, for those of you playing at home, let me do a quick Google for you. Yoink. Oh, well, he probably bought it back in so he could buy a real kit, mate. Waiting for the bites now. People are going to snap at that. Hey? Reel them in, boys. Alright, let me go to the HC6 kit here on CROSSRCUS. You can find this truck. That's pretty damn cheap, actually. So for the Americans and the American dollars, $6.49 on CROSSRC.US. That is cheap. That is damn cheap for this kit. If you don't agree with me, well, I'm afraid you don't know what cheap is. Because for the amount of stuff that is in this kit, that is cheap. Let me go back to my remote control-y and turn off that for now. How many hours do you have in your BC8? I honestly can't remember how long it took me. The chassis and stuff wasn't so bad. The biggest problem for me is because of my back playing up, injured, whatever, I can only sit down for so long building before I have to go and lay down. And it's the only way I can sort of get my back to settle back down. Generally, before I do a stream, I smash a couple of Nurofen, pain tablets, whatever you want to call them, so that I can sit here long enough to do a stream for you guys. Even now, my back's starting to get that burning feeling, and it's getting very close to me having to go, sorry fellas, this is the stream, but it's the same when I try and build stuff. Generally, I can sit down for maybe 20 to 30 minutes max, and then I've got to move, get up, walk around, whatever, come back. The comments slow your end. I don't know. I don't know exactly when you're pushing the button, Tony. I don't know. Such and things and stuff. So yeah, I don't know exactly how much time was in it. I know that I spent a lot of time on the body, but I mean that was my choice. You can just paint it green for a military truck and be done in 20 minutes, or you can paint your truck 5 times to get a particular effect on it, then have to sand it back and repaint this and whatever else to do the effect I did in the Mammoth, and it's going to take you a lot longer. And then with the interior and such, well, you can just paint that all green and call it an army truck, or you can sit down and go nuts with the details and try and really turn it into something that people look at and go, holy crap, would you look at this truck? That's what I was trying to do anyway. Now I've got to remember how all this was in the box. Tyres. If anyone's got any questions, ask them. About a minute delay on his end. How do you know it's a minute delay? Has it taken me that long to answer your questions? That's awesome. $650, well, $649 US dollars for one of these trucks. And this is bloody cheap, I reckon. Because for the amount of gear that you get, it is cheap. Right, that was like that. And then I believe that was there. Ugh, that was there. I think that was there. This was on the bottom. Ugh, please tell me that was on the bottom. Maybe it was this way. Ugh. Tony, stop poking fun at me. I can see that you're doing it. I see chat, you know. What is going to be funny is me trying to get all this stuff back in this box. Close. That is poking up a little bit, so I just need to switch a couple of these things around. $9.99 was the price that Christian paid for this truck. Now, if you want one, message Robert Mazza at CROSSRCUS. Message him. Can we see the tranny again? Yep. All you got to do is hit rewind. There you go. There's the transmission. God, that bag's heavy. Seriously heavy stuff, this. Message Robert Mazza if you want to buy one of these trucks, even if you're in Australia. He will get you a better price than what you will pay in shops. Okay, he will look after you the best price he can. Well, he'll damn sure try anyway. So, message Robert first, talk to him, tell him I sent you, and he'll do his utmost to do his absolute best for you getting a cross truck. I mean, there's a shop down the road from me that sells cross trucks. That's where Christian got this. And that was sort of he bought it from there because he just went, screw it, I'm going to buy one, and then bought it. Let me try this bag in here first. That one in there. There's just so much stuff in here. I wonder if they pay someone at these factories to, like, they make everything for one kit, and they say, okay, all your job is just to figure out how all this stuff goes in this box so that we can put the lid on it and put those little stickers on the bottom so the box doesn't come undone. I assume, Pat, you're not talking about this truck? But yes, I know what cross trucks are like. Looking at this kit, I know a lot of people might say, oh, it's a lot of money, it's not worth it or whatever else, but show me another kit that's got this many parts in it for the money. Oh, jeez, that was harsh. A heck of a lot more than just the SCX10 to upgrade it. Yep. If you want an awesome scale kit that's fun to build, fun to drive. I mean, these trucks are so much fun to drive. Definitely get a cross truck. Okay, that sits there. Holy crap! I think I've done it. The test. The test, people. We've literally unboxed and boxed. Quite the accomplishment, wasn't it? So, there you have it. That is a full unboxing of a CROSSRC HC6 and a reboxing. Okay, for those of you that are wondering how to put it back in the box, I don't know why you would, but anyway. All the w's.crossrc.us. If you're on Facebook, if you know my profile on Facebook, look through my friends list, you'll see Robert Mazza. If you don't know me on Facebook, etc. and so on, go to Burdon's Custom RC Builds. There is a link in the description. Join the group, and you'll see Robert Mazza's posts and such in there. Send him a message. He's a very approachable man. He will look after you as best he possibly can on any cross truck. Okay? I'm telling you, it doesn't matter which part of the world you live in, message him. He'll do his best. This thing's epic. Well done, Christian. Well done. This is an absolutely marvellous purchase. I'm still jealous. You bastard. Now, God, that's heavy. Let me slide this over here out of the way. Have another swig of my coffee. If you guys got any questions. Right. I've got another box under the table. Oh my God. So we're not quite finished just yet. We are not. Because what we have next is the big announcement. That's right. The big announcement. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Meeting Robert this weekend. I'm jealous, man. I want to meet Robert. I want to go and shake the man's hand because he's looked after me time and time again. He really has. Robert's always said to me, if I want a job in his shop, I've got one. And after hearing about how much you guys pay for registration, I might just have to move over there. Okay? Bastards. So cheap to register your cars over there compared to here. Okie dokes. Oh God, my back's shot. So, as I said to you guys, BCRC. I want it to be big. Okay? I want it to be the place people come to watch unboxings, reviews, all these sorts of things. Okay? I've said before about the donations, how much they help. You've literally got no idea how much they help. I want to make this group / page, whatever you want to call it, community, have crazy amounts of giveaways, competitions, unboxings, reviews, all those. This is going to be your one-stop shop. Okay? Yes, they're all packed, Tony. Don't even. We're past that now. So, you all know we just unboxed this truck from Christian. Now, I've known Christian for a few years now. He was the best man at my wedding. He was my best mate. He's a bloody top bloke and he does whatever he can to try and look after people. Now, when I spoke to Christian in regards to unboxing this truck, I spoke to him about a few other things to do with BCRC. I can't slip what those are just yet. He had a bit of a chit chat with me and he said that he wants to make a donation to BCRC. I was like, dude, that's epic. I was about to say to him, there's a link at the bottom, and he said, no. I don't want to donate money. I want to give you something to give away. It's like, dude, that's awesome. So, I'm going to hit the Be Right Back button, because this is just too funny not to. I'm going to hit the Be Right Back button, and then through the magic of TV... It's not an actual 24, Tony. My God. Okay, I will be right back. Ta-da! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, what you are looking at here is a Tamiya MO5 kit. Mr. Christian Oliver has been kind enough to donate this. Okay? Now this kit is brand new. Christian purchased this kit, and I'm not lying to you guys, probably a year ago. Okay? This has been sitting on his shelf, eagerly waiting for the attention to be built. And Christian's a busy man because he's been busy with other projects and work and life and having a little baby Archer and all these sorts of things. He's just been too damn busy to build this poor little Mazda MO5. So he has donated it to BCRC to be given away in a competition to you guys. Okay? Now, I don't care who you are. I mean, I care who you guys are. Just let me finish before you judge me. I don't care who you are. This is one of the most fun RC in history. History. Okay? I know this because I used to race this one. Okay? Now, you guys seen the post I put up with the purple body and the purple and silver body. I don't know where that body is. No! Someone's donated. Ben Dave has donated $5 Australian, mate. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. Epic. That noise scares the shite out of me every time. I'm like, what happened? Is the stream still on? So I used to race these little cars, and they are epic, okay? They're a short wheelbase car. Now, this one is filthy. Pay no attention to the dirtiness, okay? I've got to interrupt myself. Mr. Bob Mazza is back with us. Robert, we're probably going to have some people contacting you in regards to purchasing a HC6. Now, if you don't want the full-blown big one, you can get a HC4 as well. There's a 4x4 version. Jump on the website. Check it out. It's in the description. Check out the CROSSRCUS. Bob Mazza. He's the man to talk to. Okay? So, send him a message. Pester him. Say, Jono sent me. I want the very best possible price. While we're speaking of price, I will get back to this. I will. I promise. While we're speaking of price, if you like scale trucks and you don't want a military truck, where's my button? Where's my camera? Okay, this truck here, if you go to the website, all the W's that's in the description, and you put BCRC in the checkout when you buy an SU4C, you will get $70 off. $70 off this truck, people. I cannot explain how big of a beeping discount that is, okay? This truck should be on everyone's bloody shelf. Actually, it should be outwitted with everyone, but everyone should own one of these. They are epic. 10 kinds of epic. Much thanks to Rob for working with me so much, allowing me to do a discount code. This is epic. Go and buy one, okay? So I just had to refresh. It popped into my head. BCRC code at checkout on SU4C, $70 off. Crazy. Ugh. Okay, so back to the MO5. Sorry, I get sidetracked. And when I do, that happens. Tamiya, MO5, front wheel drive race car. Now a lot of people will say, front wheel drive race car, well that doesn't sound like much fun if it's front wheel drive. It is hilarious. It is so much fun, it's not funny. Okay? Except for when it is funny, when like you crash into your mates or you roll it and what, it is hilariously good fun. Now this is my old chassis. This thing has seen more rollovers, dingles, bings, bangs, whatever else than you could think of. And it still just keeps going. Okay? It's just, they're epic. It's such good fun. Whoever wins this is one lucky beep, beep, beep. Okay? Because these are awesome. They're awesome. Now this kit comes with, I believe it comes with the ESC, but not a motor. No, it comes... Does it come with a motor? Or is that an option? Not in kit. Okay, so you need a motor. I believe it comes with ESC though. Yes, it does come with the ESC. So that's good. The question is, for all you avid BCRC fans out there, I'm sure there's a better term. I want suggestions in Burdon's custom RC builds, links in the description, how we should give this away. Okay? What do you think? I want all sorts of ideas. I've had a couple of ideas in my head, whether we do a raffle or something like that. Of course, any proceeds back into BCRC for more giveaways. I want to just try and give happiness to people all the time. Do you know what I mean? I want to do competitions so that some lucky person sitting there watching a stream, and whether we have some sort of spin wheel or something, whatever, whether we have names in a hat even, for me to be able to draw someone's name out of a hat or whatever and say, John Citizen, you have just won ta-da, this or whatever else. It would just be bloody excellent. Now, Tony says cardboard. Rob says cardboard build. I don't think, given how it's all going to go down, that'll work. We might keep some of those things for the BCRC group itself, but this is going to be a live stream thing. Okay? Now, I've got more stuff organised. That's right. And like I say, this is why the donations sort of help, because getting all this stuff organised is not easy. There has been another monumental sign of kindness, generosity by another member of this group. And I'm not saying who it is. It's a secret. They're not going to say who it is either. Okay? Or I'll reach through that screen. I will grab you. No. It's a secret. Because there's going to be another big reveal at some stage coming up. Okay? So, it's all pay it forward. Like I say, with the donations and stuff, that goes into BCRC, so I can say, Joe Blogs, you've just won this. It'll be posted to you, tomorrow or the next business day or whatever else. That sort of thing. So, look forward to some epic stuff on this channel in Burdon's Custom RC Builds Facebook group. Look, while I'm at it, Aussie RC on Instagram, okay? I'll drop it. If there's like over 3,000 RC related photos on my Instagram. So let's all show the BCRC spirit. Smash in the comments. A massive thank you to Christian Oliver for donating this brand new MO5 kit so that one of you guys can win it in a competition. That's epic. Okay? Thank you, Christian. It means a massive amount to me. I love the idea of being able to give stuff away. That's my goal. It's what I want to do. This hobby is about fun, happiness, being a big kid and all that sort of stuff. I want to share that by giving giving RCs to people. So, in coming streams or BCRC posts, you will find out how we're going to do the giveaway for this. It may be a raffle. If we do a raffle, it may be something as simple as $2 a ticket on a stream. So many tickets, spin a wheel. Okay? And with something like that, just something simple. So we've got a limited amount of people that can enter. Don't stress, because obviously I said I want to do more and more and more giveaways, so there'll always be some other giveaway that's coming that you can enter. That's the goal anyway. So essentially one giveaway may pay for 2 giveaways, or may pay for one more big one, or something like that. And then it's a constant stream of, I'm going to say it, Robert wins an RC, Tony wins one, Ben wins one, something like that. Jason wins one. Do you know what I mean? Ideally, I'd love to have it so within a year, well, not probably a year, say 2 years, 50 people have won an RC from BCRC, and you know, could be something as simple as spending a couple of dollars on a raffle ticket or something like that. So that's coming up in the near future. Okay. Like I said, there is another monstrous act of generosity that's been done. There's going to be more details on that, possibly in the next stream. I can't give it all away at once. Winner gets a jar of Vegemite. They have to taste it in the live feed. That'd be hilarious. I don't know how I'd go posting Vegemite to the States if someone in the States won Vegemite. They probably wouldn't like it anyway. So yes, look, like I said, and I know I'm bashing on a bit about it, but it is very, very important. Like the streams, share them. Let's get as many people subscribed to this channel as possible. I want to set a ridiculous goal, and I need your help. By the end of this year, I would love to have 10,000 subscribers. Now, I know that's a lot. I think I'm 1 or 2 away from 1,600 as we speak. So we need a lot. I need you guys to help me share my videos. Share the videos you like. Share the ones you don't like. Give me feedback. Let me know what you'd like to see, what you don't want to see, etc. and so on. I'll do my best to please as many people as possible. I want to really blow this thing out of the water and turn it into something special and something that we can all share together. So that's sort of the goal set. Now, I will say too, if you're an RC company out there and you like the idea of what we're doing here, you would like your products shown, you would like to give away some products, that's a bit of a big... you would like to give away an RC, you would like me to unbox it and then give it away, contact me, okay? Shoot me a message, let's talk, and let's spread more of this fun, okay? That's the whole goal behind BCRC. I know it started out as a couple of blokes wanted to see what I was building, etc. and so on, but we have evolved into so much more than that. We have the best group on Facebook, no doubt. We've got some of the most talented people in the hobby in that group, and it's amazing to see what people can do. I love the fact that someone can post this. Okay, someone can post this, and we're all supportive. We're like, dude, that's an awesome little truck. What have you done to it? How did you do this? How did you do that? Someone can post something like this, or the Mammoth, and we all act the same way because we love the hobby. It's just awesome. Let's see those little wheels, mate. Do you mean the Bronco? Just before we finish the stream, because we're just about at 2 hours. So, there she is. That is the Bronco. I need to move that camera. I'm not happy with how that one is. I'll play with that camera setting this afternoon and see if I can make it. Anyway, so Mr. Bloody, hang on, sorry, my phone's going stupid. Bear with me. Bear with me, please. I need to fix this, otherwise it's going to wreck my stream. Bear with me. Cooperate, please. Cooperate, please. Alright, lovely, thank you. Okay, so, like I was saying, Mr. David Foster, lovely man in chat here, was ridiculously kind enough to send these wheels to me. Okay? There, look at it, look at it. Now, as I've said to David, the tyres are very chunky for what they are for little tyres. And you can see that. They poke out the side of the body a bit, which will cause a slight bit of rub. Now what I'm going to try is, it's so difficult looking at one camera and trying to adjust everything to it. Right, you stay there. Now what I'm going to try is, I'm going to try some of the factory MST tyres to see if I can get that in a bit more. And if that doesn't work, I might try some thinner hexes just to try and get it in a bit more, just so that I can get that full flex without body rub and that sort of thing and so on. But David Foster, you are a bloody champion. Thank you, my friend. Those wheels do look sensational on that truck. They suit the truck because of the error. And that thing's right out of the bloody the early 70s. Look at her, ready to tackle the trails. What do you think of that? Now, and this is what I mean when I say this group, this community has some of the best people in it. Now, David sent me a message and said, I'm going to send you a package. And he just sent them. It's like, David, thank you. Like, you don't have to do this. He's like, no, I want to send it. I don't like tyres rubbing on guards, Tony. That's why these tyres are the same height. They're just a little bit skinnier. So that's why I'll try these on there and see how they go. I'm sure at some stage I'll find another use for these tyres here. What's the model name of those wheels? The RC four-wheel drive wheels, I know that much. I don't know the exact name of them. I don't know whether they call them a 5-slot or something like that. I actually had a set of these on my second real-life car. What did we call them? Well, jelly beans were one name for them because they were the shape of jelly beans. Well, the hole was the shape of jelly beans in the wheels. But yeah, RC four-wheel drive, you can find these. I believe SSD make very similar ones. So there's a few different options out there. These do have, I'm going to have to do this. Yoink. These do have, and I'm sure David will agree with me, painfully small scale bolts. Okay? Now if any of those get slightly stripped, swear words happen. Okay? Swear words happen. But yes, you can see what I mean. I know that's not a huge amount of stick outside the guards, but I don't know. We'll see. I'll try those other tyres and see if I can just get that to tuck. Because that's what I like. That's what I like. But anyway, thank you very much again, David. You're a bloody champion. I appreciate that. Right. Mike's just made it back and we're about to close up shop. I don't know what you missed, Mike, but I suggest you watch at least the last half an hour, depending on how long you missed. Because there's some pretty cool stuff. Alright. DJs have something similar. I can't picture... Oh, are they the ones you post up a picture of, Rob? I believe the ones you're thinking of are probably not as... They don't have that extra lip. They're probably not as... They're probably, I'd say, late 80s, early 90s look, Will? Do you think? Anyway. The tyre has a hole in it. Yeah, it does. That's how you put the rim in there. Anyway. So, that's pretty much going to be our live stream for today. We've had a massive one. It's been pretty damn exciting. It's been fun to bring this stream to you guys. I do thank you all very much for your time. I know I'm honestly shocked by how many of you guys will sit here for the entire time and watch this stuff. It is epic. You guys rock for that. Oh, Christian's in the chat. Christian, we've announced the MO5. So I did say everyone smash a like or a thanks to Christian for his generosity. Tony's been spelling your name wrong for the whole live feed, Christian. Okay, so if you want to go back and laugh at him the whole way through. Okay, so last time I'll say it, if you want to donate, the link's in the description. If you want to join BCRC, there's links in the description as well. If you want to go to Robert's website and get a sweet deal on a cross truck, all the w's.crossrc.us. Link is also in the description. Popcorn and beer helps this stream, apparently. How many beers? If you want a sweet deal on the CrossRC SU4 seat, use BCRC at checkout to get $70 off. We will be giving away a Tamiya MO5 thanks to Christian Oliver. Okay, epic. In following streams, it won't be too far off, and we'll be giving that away. We thanked David Foster for his generosity by sending me these sweet old school wheels for the Bronco. The very first mod this truck's had, might I add, and I've had this thing for a year and a half at least. So yes, epic. Please give the stream a like, give it a share. Let's smash the views on this. Like I said, share the videos. Let's get a crap ton of subscribers in the next, well, by the end of the year. I'd ultimately love to hit 10k subscribers. That's my goal. And if you guys can help me do it, well then I thank you very much. Alright, take care, have fun, enjoy the hobby. I've got to find, okay, I've got an end stream button here, so I'm not used to that button. Have fun with the hobby, take care of each other, and do whatever you can to help people. It really makes this hobby enjoyable. Alright, take care, and we shall talk to you on the next one. Beep.